Hi everybody, my name is Brittany and welcome to Home and Haven Farms. Today we are in the office discussing a major rookie mistake that we made that could have cost us a major loss. So that is the topic for our video today. So on December 29th, we were all over at Carl's house having dinner together. And when we sat down to eat, Carl happened to look at his security camera and said, "What is that light over there?" Because he knew that there was no light in the area that he saw glowing on the security camera footage. So Carl suited up, headed out there, and Brian was right after him. And unfortunately, this was a very rookie mistake of a heat lamp causing a fire in our barn. So when our girls farrowed recently, our pigs, we had put in a couple of heat lamps in the enclosure just in case the piglets were able to get to the side and need to warm up. Unfortunately, after our negative temperatures, things really warmed up over here, and we all didn't even think to unhook the heat lamp. We did have the heat lamp, I don't know, maybe halfway up the barn, but one of our pigs ended up bumping into it and it ended up knocking over and starting a fire. We were extremely lucky because Carl happened to see and notice everything in our security cameras before the fire got very bad. However, it was a mistake that is very, very common, and it was something that could have been prevented had we just made sure that they were unplugged and removed right after the weather started warming up. Inside of our barn, where things took off, we did have some fire on some of the inner structure, and it seemed to kind of climb up the boards and get up through the roof. As soon as Brian and Carl caught the fire, they immediately started hosing it down and soaking it, and I ended up calling for assistance in our local area just in case we needed to put out a larger fire or in case the fire spread. The guys were able to get it under control, but it was a very sobering experience, something that seemed so simple, but it was one of those things that we just maybe felt like it never would have happened to us, and it most certainly did. So I should at least speak on my behalf. I kind of thought that we were that we were aware enough to where that never would have happened, and it just showed me that we really need to check behind ourselves and also make sure that we're not putting a heat lamp in an area where other animals can access it or bump it. Fortunately, all of our pigs were okay. As soon as it started, they ended up going as far into their paddock as they could. And they were so relieved as soon as they saw us. As soon as they saw us, they came right up. They were shook up a little bit, but they were very happy to see us. And Carl and Brian were able to put out the fire without any problems. We did have a mama hen who brooded 3 chicks, and they were probably a couple of days old when the fire happened, and they were all able to get to safety. We did lose 2 chicks, but not to the fire. It was due to predators in the area. And Calico was also safe. I went ahead and took some footage of our area from all the different sides and angles so that everyone can get an idea and get some perspective on the space that we're looking at. This could have been a devastating loss for us, and we were really, really lucky and blessed. We had our pigs in there. We had the structure itself. We were so lucky that it was very limited on damage, and everything that was damaged we're going to be able to replace and strengthen. We could have lost all of our tools in the space that we had. We also had a washing machine in there that we are able to hook up when the weather is not freezing, and we could have lost so many tools and equipment. That specific barn is probably our multi-purpose space. We are always shifting things around in there. We're always moving things around. That's where we process our chickens and birds. Whenever we process on site, we go in there. We have a sink in there that we use when processing, and we really dodged a bullet and caught this quick enough to where it saved us a lot of trouble. And this barn is also connected and close to our walk-in cooler. Our walk-in cooler probably cost us about $1,500 to build, and inside of our cooler is 500 pounds of pork that all could have been lost. So we were extremely fortunate, and I hope that by sharing our experience with all of this and our rookie mistakes, that anybody who watches this can learn from them and hopefully learn to be much safer. This was probably the most risky area to put a heat lamp because there was bedding around it, and that risk happened, and we really had to be swift and deal with it, and we got very, very lucky. I know I've said that a lot, but thank you guys so much for watching. Please learn from our mistakes, and I want to be really open and honest with our journey and everything in between. You know, I want to show you guys when we're doing really good. If we have experience in something, I want to share that. If there's areas for us to learn, or if we make mistakes, I want to share that too. That way everybody has a clear understanding of how this lifestyle works. And often our mistakes are what leads us to make better decisions and learn. So I'm taking this as one of those processes. All of us are going to be making sure that if we're using a heat lamp for any reason, that it is safe. It is safe from animals bumping it. It is, you know, safe enough from things that can burn. And we're taking this one as a lesson in our books. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like our videos, go ahead and hit the like button or consider subscribing. And we'd also like to hear your thoughts. This is a really common mistake. Has anybody else had a barn fire? Has anybody had experience with this where the damage was worse? Are there products out there that you guys have tried instead of heat lamps? So if you have anything that you want to share, go ahead and leave those in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.
Can I see the people?